Kevin McCullough.
Welcome back. Times Square, it's Kevin McCullough. And just ahead, don't forget, we've got Penn Holderness going back to challenge future Olympic athletes. He couldn't challenge current Olympic athletes, so we've got him playing like the next generation of ping pong national team members tonight. And with his 38-inch reach, it should be interesting to see if he can hold his own. We're talking about something much more serious right now, though, and that is school-age children that are going to be forced with two different realities, depending on the outcome of this next presidential election. Angela Morbido is back with us. She was the press secretary for the Department of Education in the Trump administration. And Angela, as we have talked just this last week, Mr. Walz was named running mate for Kamala Harris. And when he was governor, as he's been governor of the state of Minnesota, he has signed some of the most radical, invasive, and put upon legislation to affect parents, children, children's rights, parents' rights, and women's sanctity in safe spaces. And I'm just curious, how does IWF size up this pick? And as a visiting fellow for them, what are some of your concerns? I know that you probably have designs on being a mom and having a very great family for much of your life. What is the take from people that are really concerned about parental rights and kids' educational futures if Harris-Walz becomes reality?
Well, one of the biggest threats to students' rights and parental rights right now is what the Biden-Harris administration is trying to do to Title IX. They released this new rule that gendering someone can create a hostile environment. It can trigger a federal investigation if the school doesn't step in. Funny enough, it doesn't say that forcing an 8-year-old girl to change clothes in a locker room next to a boy creates that same hostile environment. So this is a radical rule. It is unlawful. Legal challenges against it have been still there behind, right? So they keep pushing this rule that is devastating to parental rights, to due process, to free speech, and especially to women's sports and girls' safety at school. So the Harris operation right now looks like it is doubling down on all of that. And they're going to keep pushing an ideology that parents and students don't want.
And Walz, there's zero bit of daylight between the Harris-Biden administrative tactics and what he's approved in his state. Is that correct?
Yeah, so my kingdom for a reporter who would ask Vice President Harris if and how she disagrees with President Biden on anything. We don't seem to have got an answer on that. But in his home state of Minnesota, as Governor Tim Walz pushed some things that were really devastating to parental rights, including making Minnesota considered a sanctuary or a shield state for trans kids. And while that sounds nice, again, it has that super Midwestern friendly like veneer of this is a good thing over it. What that is actually devastating to parental rights. And it allows a child who is dealing with gender issues to essentially overrule their own family and for the government to overrule that family too. It makes no sense. It is extremely radical and it's harmful to kids.
There's going to be a lot of discussion in the days to come because we're under 90 days to the election now. And there's going to be a lot of discussion about the female vote and how these two tickets are going to come down. Kamala is gonna bathe in baby's blood from here to then. Abortion is going to be her thing. That's it. She's just going to go there. She's going to be Braveheart with baby's blood painted all over her face, and I will get this done. The other side, though, I do think has the ability to communicate to those suburban moms and say, if you really care about the safety of your daughters in public places, then the Harris-Walz ticket is one of the most dangerous things that's ever come along. I'm just curious, Angela, you're out, you were on the Title IX bus tour.
And here they are coming out in droves because they said what's going on in schools is wrong.
Well, that's so true. And Angela Morbido, we thank you for all the work that you're doing, and we thank you for the good work of Independent Women's Forum. Thank you. Please come back sometime soon. Friends, I want you to go over to iwf.org and investigate what they have done on all of these issues. If you just do a simple survey of the IWF website, you're going to find that Independent Women's Forum is really a much more representative slice of what women think in America than anything that the National Organization for Women or Planned Parenthood or the National Federation for Teachers or any of these other groups who supposedly think that they speak for the modern woman, you're going to find a much broader swath of accuracy in terms of what women need and think and how they are being treated by public policy. And it is without the work of Independent Women's Forum, we would be in bad shape because they are the only voice that is speaking for the vast majority of women, common sense that we need in the country today. And I'm so thankful for my relationships with all of the ladies there, and I look forward to continuing to help them in the days and years to come.
Stick around for more of That